Is there what?
Never mind. Alright guys, so just like we mentioned, we are going to talk now about cover letters because the cover letters relate so closely to the 30-second commercials. Someone tell me what a cover letter is.
I have one out here somewhere. Is it something that you prepare when you may fax something? Is it that individual?
Okay, so a cover letter there is a fax cover sheet, which is something that you always send with a fax. But this is a cover letter. This is specifically related to job searching and the resume.
Does it introduce who you are and what are you looking for? Does it introduce who you are and what are you looking for?
Did everyone hear that?
Big up, Miss Stephanie.
So,
It introduces who you are and what are you looking for?
Exactly. The cover letter introduces who you are and what you're looking for. Honestly, it's like a written down 30-second commercial because it has all of your skills highlighted, and it's typically 3 paragraphs, 1 sheet of paper. It's a nice document because it indicates what skills you have, but the nice thing is for the recruiter, they can refer to it all the time. So because you're not going to necessarily meet them before the interview, so you're really what sheet of paper says. You're the sheet of paper, your cover letter, and then you're your resume until you meet the person, right?
So your cover letter comes first, then your resume?
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
Cover letter would be like a brief summary of what you're...
Yes. So a cover letter is typically 3 paragraphs.
Oh.
And it's a little more than a brief summary. It talks about who you are, what skills you have, what you possess. It's very much like your 30-second commercial. It's important because it's that sheet of paper that they're going to have. It accompanies your resume. So not every online job board or application that you see is going to require a cover letter. We encourage you guys to write a cover letter. Even if it doesn't say, cover letter required, it's still important because, a lot of people are going to write a cover letter. And the cover letter gives you that chance. The cover letter is your 30-second commercial before you even get in on the interview. So the cover letter helps you get the interview. The point is to try and get the offer, right? So in order to get the offer, which is here, we need to first get the interview, and we need to write the cover letter and do our resume. So these are all building up to getting the offer. It's a really, really important piece of paper. I can't stress enough how important it is that you don't have typos. Because I know recruiters that literally throw out cover letters and resumes, if they have typos, for one typo. Because today's job market is so saturated that all they need is one excuse. And then they'll just toss that resume and cover letter, even if it's like one of the best ones ever. They'll just toss it in the trash. What's that?
That is so damn nice.
Oh yeah.
Can we get a
But
This? You'll stay up on the board while you're writing.
But it's
yes,
important that, I can't emphasize enough how saturated the job market is today. And because it's so saturated, recruiters are overwhelmed and they'll use whatever they can to pick out the best candidate. So my husband does some recruiting for his company. He literally will throw out anyone that has a typo, anyone that's 2 pages, anything that doesn't fit. And everyone's different. But anything that, doesn't fit exactly what he is looking for or what their company is looking for, we'll throw it out. So I want you guys to remember to be really careful about this because it is such a fine line and it's so important. So we're going to just show you, like everything else, there's lots of formats to use, but this is kind of the one that we think is best. And typically a cover letter really is only 3 paragraphs. I've seldom seen ones that are more. So up here we have the first paragraph. So that's going to be the introductory paragraph. It should note the position you are interested in, how you heard about the opportunity, and include a statement that will capture the reader's interest. Okay? So, I know the example in your books. Let me see. Anyone know what page the cover letters are on? It's towards the end. So if you I think on page 27,
Yeah.
it says guideline for writing cover letters, right? So let's just read over this real quickly. Who wants to start? Go ahead. Joyce?
There are basic rules that you should follow as you create cover letters, tailored to each specific situation.
So see guys, tailored to each specific situation. I can't stress that enough because so many students are like, oh, I have a cover letter. You know, I can use the same cover letter for every single position that I apply to. It's not the case. Is every interview that you go on going to be the same?
No.
Right? So every job that you apply to is different. Every cover letter needs to be individualized. Everything needs to be individualized. So I mean, once you have a really good cover letter, that's great, and you might be able to use bits and pieces of it, just like you're stealing bits and pieces from your 30-second commercial. But you want to individualize every single cover letter. So Joyce, do you want to read the first point?
Create your reader interest quickly by immediately referencing situations, relevant accomplishments, mutual interests, relationships, and/or contacts.
Okay, good.
Be certain that your objectives are clearly stated. Tell the reader how you can benefit in relation to the company's particular needs, sell your features and your benefits.
Just like we do in the 30-second commercial, right? We're wanting to sell ourselves. Ma'am, I'm sorry. What's your name again?
Oh, me?
Nat?
Rosalind.
Rosalind?
Yeah.
Can you read the next paragraph?
Keep the letter brief.
First paragraph. The introductory paragraph should note the position that you're interested in, how you heard about the opportunity, and include a statement that will capture the reader's interest as noted in number 1. Second paragraph. Highlights and summaries of your skills. Tell what you can do for the employer and why your experience and skills are a good fit for the position, rather than just repeating statements from your resume. Third paragraph. Closing expressions. Your appreciation of the company's consideration. Request an interview and tell how you can plan to follow up.
So that's your closing. Just like we talked about in the 30-second commercial, how we really wanted you to have a close in there. You know, with your cover letter, it's the same thing. And it's really following the same outline, which is kind of cool because it's like you already know how to do this.
Okay, so the cover letter is just to pique their interest, summarize everything, pique their interest, to look at your resume, to give you the interview. Am I correct?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, right, exactly. I mean, here is, just like I said, you want to get the offer. That's our goal, right? So our goal is to get the offer. Because then we can decide the specifics if we don't want the job or, you know, whatever. But you want to get the offer. In order to do that, you need to write, well, you need to interview. Yeah. You need to interview. And I have bad handwriting, so I apologize.
Ouch.
And you need to write a cover letter. Right?
Okay, now, suppose you meet the person and you do your 30-second commercial. Do you still send a cover letter?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so, and this is a little backwards, but you're most likely not going to do your 30, you can, you're probably not going to do your 30-second commercial until you have an interview.
Oh, okay.
So you need to write the cover letter. The cover letter, see how I went backwards kind of?
Okay.
But the first thing you're probably going to do is write the cover letter. I mean, the first thing you're going to do is find the job, right? But then the first thing you're going to do in terms of getting it and applying for it is writing that cover letter.
Okay.
So we're kind of working backwards, and now we're going to go back up.
Okay. So the cover letter first. Once you get the interview, then do the 30-second commercial.
Yeah.
In the interview.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Find the job. Cover letter.
Yeah.
Then you'll get it. Then you'll hopefully get it.
Exactly.
Does this class train you how to write a resume?
What's that?
Resume.
So Seth is gonna who's a professional resume writer on staff.
Or NS.
He will have it for you before TNS2. Do you guys all remember how you prepare that professional history?
Yeah.
Right.
So he uses that to write a resume for
Oh,
you.
he
He'll-
writes our resume for us?
He will, and he'll interview each of you.
Do he also incorporate our classes and our information from us being enrolled in here?
He'll incorporate your classes and your internship. So if you have an internship by
He
then,
writes resumes for everybody in school?
he does. He's actually like paid by large companies and other individuals outside of here to write resumes.
Okay.
So he's really good. He's a I'd like to get him to write my resume.
You ain't going nowhere.
But he's he's a professional resume writer.
Okay.
So it's one of the nice perks that we can all take advantage of. Once you have your resume written by him, it's yours. You can fine tune it, you can add stuff, so on and so forth, but he'll get you started.
Okay.
Okay?
So I got a old resume now work left. So give him that.
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you bring that into class next time? And we'll put that on your file.
Okay, so he's going to do the resume. We do the cover letters.
You guys do the cover letters, yes. So the cover letters, and that's what, Charlie and I, or actually anyone at the academy, you can show us the cover letter before you send it,
Okay.
but you want to make sure you do a spell check, you want to make sure you set it up in this format, which we're kind of showing you today, and then go from there. So you want to be yourself, you want to use language that you would use if you were talking to the reader. You want to always direct the letter to a specific person. Be certain of correct spelling and title. So I hate it. It's one of my biggest pet peeves when I see a cover letter that says what? What do you... Exactly.
I hear it.
It says what?
To whom it may concern.
Okay.
Because I do that when I send, I used to do it when I used to send letters like to teachers
Whatever.
and,
Okay.
to the office,
Yeah.
to my members in the office. I don't know who to directly personally send it to, so I will put to whom it may concern.
Yeah.
Joe?
Yeah.
No.
Can we also put dear sir or madam?
No. Like, I hate it when it says dear sir or madam, or when it says to whom it may concern.
Now those letters, that's when if somebody's looking at it, they'll
In
know.
today's world, with the internet, with the phone, there's no excuse that you can't find a name. It may not be the correct name, it might not be the recruiter's name, but it can be a name. So you can look up, and there are some instances where it's literally really, really hard, if not impossible, to find a name. So if that's the case, then it's okay, because some really big companies may just want you to direct it to whom it may concern. But it's going to make you stand out if you have a person's name. And what happens if you have the wrong person's name, but still at the right company? So if you're applying for a job, and you want to put Janet, but you put me or Charlie instead. So it's going to be sent to us, right?
We'll forward it on to them.
And we'll forward it on to them. So at least you get in the company. Because if it just says to whom it may concern, we may just toss it, especially if we're overwhelmed with resumes and cover letters. So that's why it's really important for you guys to try and find a name.
So you said, that's just like, well, for you, you put in place of it if you can't find it.
That's what we're talking about. How you try to find a name, even if it's not necessarily the recruiter's name. If you can't absolutely can't
President
find
of
the name,
personnel.
then you can do to whom it may concern, or dear HR manager, whatever. But I really want to encourage you to try everything before that. And I can't tell you how many times, people, one of your best friends in this class, guys, is going to be Google. Joyce, you want to use Google as much as possible. So, do you know what it means to put things in quotes?
To what?
To put things in quotes? Yeah.
Yes.
What does it mean?
Make it stand.
Yeah, someone's talking. Okay, good. But if you're using Google, do you know what it means if you put something in quotes?
No.
No, actually.
Really?
Not in Google.
So if you're using Google or any search engine and put something in quotes, then it means the exact name. Exact name or phrase. And that's something you guys all might want to just jot down.
No. It means what again, please?
It means the search engine will find exactly those words, not just those random words that happen to be in other websites.
You know how sometimes they
Exactly those.
Like say you
words.
wrote Philadelphia Fire Department without any quotes, it would just come up with all the pages that have Philadelphia Fire Department, or So you might get a charity organization to donate to the fire department. That's not what you want. But if you put Philadelphia Fire Department in quotes, it will more likely hit the Philadelphia Fire Department homepage.
So guys, the exact words, right, like that, in quotes.
Okay.
You want to use that in Google and any search engine
For what? For
for the name or for the company.
Okay.
So I might put in Aramark Philadelphia HR or something like that to try and figure it out and see what comes up. You don't need to use the quotes all the time. I would start with not using quotes, but if you want to fine tune your search, use the quotes, okay? But everyone should check Google before they, or check a search engine for a name before they give up. Okay?
Okay.
So that's always direct the letter to a specific person. Then you want to be certain of correct spelling and title. That's the other reason we want you to use a website. We want you to go on the website because some names, like Taliaferro, I wouldn't know how to spell, right? But if I go on Google, I might be able to figure it out if I know her full name. Okay.
There's only 12 Joyce Taliaferros in the country.
Well, no wonder I might have trouble with that.
Yeah.
So,
No.
so be certain of correct spelling and title. That's important. And guys, if you do get in for that interview, when you get in for that interview, you need to, and we'll talk about this again, but you need to make sure you request a what?
Business card.
Good, okay.
Definitely a business card.
So then, just like your 30-second commercial, you're going to ask for a response or action, and or indicate when you will follow up with that at the end of it. Okay, that's like your closing line. And then it says here that you're going to want to arrange your mailings for midweek receipts, Tuesdays through Thursdays, or better days for reader attention. I wouldn't worry too much about that because it's more important that you get the cover letter and application in as timely as possible than to wait. But that is something, good to know. People might be out of the office on Monday or Friday more than a Tuesday through Thursday. Question?
Yes, ask for response or action and to indicate follow-up with the telephone call. What do you mean by response from them? I don't get that.
Yeah, so I look forward to hearing from you soon.
Okay.
I will call next week to follow up.
All right.
Because that way you're kind of you're setting the grounds for being able to follow up.
Right, and you're also holding yourself accountable. If you write that, you know, you can't just say, well, didn't hear back from that, I guess it didn't go well. If you call them and say, hey, I applied last week, just wondering if you had any thoughts on my letter, et cetera, and, you know, make the contact, they might say, oh, right, I remember that, yes, we have an opening this Thursday. Whereas if you know, not added that little hook and followed up, you would never have even gotten in the door.
So you want to make sure, and that's another important point, guys, you want to make sure to follow up. If you're going to take the time, because it's honestly, you should not be able to write a cover letter in like 15 minutes. You shouldn't. It should take a long time to write a good cover letter. It should take a while. So if you're going to go through all these steps of writing a nice cover letter, you know, attaching your resume, you need to spend the time to follow up with them and just to call to make sure they got your resume, see if they have any questions, because that's another point of contact. And we love those points of contact, right?
But you know, when you send it via on an email, usually they'll send you back a response to let you know that they received it.
Not always, but sometimes.
Right,
yeah.
but even if they do, that's not an adequate substitution for you.
So I still should respond. Respond to that.
Because a lot of them.
Oh, okay.
No, we heard so. Go ahead.
Well, not to be cynical, but a lot of the thank you, we've received your resume emails are form letters, and they take no work to do it. You know, they just hit send, okay, fine. And even worse, sometimes it's actually a program saying, you know, okay, we detect a resume, automatic response. That does not mean anyone's read it. It means they have it somewhere among the hundreds of others they have.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't mean they paid it personal attention, which is where your call comes in.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, because I just experienced that like a few months ago. O'Hara's in Chester.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I applied for the job.
Okay.
Online.
Okay.
And then I got an email saying that they received all the information in my application that was on file. And then I followed up with the call. And when I followed up with the call, the gentleman gave me the interview. But when I got to the interview and he was telling me how much money I was going to be handling and I was going to be the cage, they call it the cage, the cage case that I'll be handling like anywhere from $100,000 a night. I panicked.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I just panicked and got nervous because it's like you got to be on point with this and that. It was like so much stuff he was throwing at me. I was so overwhelmed till I was like, after that, I was like, I can't do this job. I just panicked.
Really?
Like, I can't do this job. I can't do this job.
What was the name of the job?
I'm sorry?
Cage Accounting.
Cage accounting.
Right. That sounds like it could be a good job.
Exactly, and I got it, but then I panicked. You know, this was
You
before I
turned
started
down
school.
That's the interview.
Right, but if someone's sprung a whole lot of stuff you haven't expected on you, you panic too.
Yeah.
It's an understandable reaction when you get a lot of new
I didn't
data all at
know,
once.
because I was like,
Not real money.
So here is a sample cover letter, guys. This is like our recommendation for how to do it. Can everyone see this up here? It's also in your books. I believe it's page 28. So this is the recommendation we have for doing the cover letter. See how it has your contact information up here?
and an email.
Yes, that's your contact information, right? It has your name, your phone number, and your email address.
Oh, the email. I forgot.
So that's a really important point. And you don't need to have this line break here, but you can.
Do you have to have an email address? 'Cause I don't have an email address.
Every single person who's a student at the academy has an email address. So it's probably your first and last name at LRI Academy. Why don't you send an email to that address
Sorry.
and see if it hits you?
Do it now?
Yeah.
Will we be doing cover letters next?
Yeah.
I have my cover letters from the reading class.
Oh,
But I can't find them in the computer, so I
You
have
leave the
to
academy,
bring in the
your
hard
academy
copy.
email still work.
no, so that's why you probably want to put 2.
Yeah.
Make another email?
Yeah, who here has a nice professional email?
I do, and I have a couple.
Okay, what's your professional email?
My professional email is sharriston@ymail.com. I got like a couple of them.
Okay.
I got another one, sabrina.harriston@gmail.com.
I think that's the best one.
How do you set up a?
So we're gonna. Who has a Gmail account? Let me see a show of hands.
I have Gmail and Yahoo.
Gmail. So I would say that Gmail's probably the best, the one that we recommend the most.
Wow, that's the one I have.
Because it's just more professional. People are used to it more. I don't think Janet's here, but
And you can do what? You can also do like conference calls and all of that. Because I know it's a lot of things that I haven't even used yet on the account. I see on the side you can make conference calls.
yeah, there's a lot you can do. I don't know. Gmail's like everyone has a Gmail account.
Well, how much are they?
What is a
They free.
Gmail?
They're free. What?
Mine's Hotmail.
Hotmail? Okay, that works too.
How do you set it up?
Yeah.
Just go to Gmail, go into Google, go
I have
Gmail.
Gmail. I have Yahoo.
Good. All right, let's do that.
MSN, Verizon.
Okay.
Several.
You have several. If you want
I have a
to,
lot too.
go to Google right now. I'll show you. This is only for people who need to have an email address set up.
I do. And go to free Hotmail. Okay. Yeah. That's the same.
I'm going to show you on the screen. So you're just going to go to google.com. So everyone know on these computers that you can use tabs.
What's that mean?
See these things up here where my arrow is? That's a new tab.
What's that?
So it's like a new window, but you're able to keep it right there.
A new window of what? Okay. Up top.
So scroll to the top of the Google page, and it says
working right in Gmail.
no,
All the way up.
and it says come switch over to this one then, Lauren.
Okay, it's starting. So now what do we do? We go to where?
You go to Google,
Google.
and then you scroll to the top, and it says Gmail.
I'm not. I did that already. I got clear up there. Yeah, we did that.
See where it says create a new Google account right here, guys? So you scroll to like the bottom, and it says create a new Google account.
Okay. I don't see that.
I don't see that either. I see my
Well, I
name.
make it big.
You got it.
Big. You can't see because it's so small.
Yeah, make it big,
How do you
Yeah, go right over
and then
there.
go to Gmail.
How do you do that?
You can go right here where it says sign in, and then that automatically it'll make you. No, you have to sign in. You have to run sign in.
I want to know if I'm going the right way.
Okay.
You got it, Mr. Lane?
No.
Go ahead, Mom. She trying to get
All right.
it.
Did she say go to Google.com?
Sign up.
Go all the way down the bottom.
Sign up.
Go all the way down the bottom of this.
There you go. Now you're on your way, honey.
Am I in the right place?
Well, where's it gonna take me there?
To the Gmail account.
After this right here, I have a professional email.
Go back up.
And anytime I want to email anything, I just go. And that's all free.
Now guys, put your attention. If you're creating a new Google account, if you're creating the Gmail, you need to write down your password.
Well, Carol just said she forgot her password, so can she go in and click on forgot password and
Yeah.
create a new one?
Yeah, and send her email.
Yeah.
No, they gonna send her the email.
Now, what is a professional email address?
First and your last name.
That's all I would do. I would keep it really simple. so no one can tell me they forget it. You know, you want to keep it simple, and you want to have your first and last name. You know, if it makes you put in letters, numbers, if that's taken, then you can do that. But I would maybe even do your middle initial. You know, I want you to keep it as professional as possible.
Now, what I put in for choose your username?
Yeah, that's your name. That's what you want to
Got
do.
my name there?
Yeah. See, so it says choose your username.
If you don't have a Gmail account, you want to
Okay.
So guys, where it says choose your username, that's where you should put your first and last name. No spaces.
I want to Google too.
What's that?
She was just
Okay.
getting
I
ready.
have the password.
The L or I,
I would still create a
you want to still do that?
yeah. Because, you know, your LRI one's only going to be valid while you're here. Once you leave, it won't be valid. So just create one and you'll have it.
So I create a password.
Yes.
Oh, what's that?
So someone already has that username.
That might be
Are
maybe.
you serious?
It may not. What's your
Yeah.
middle initial?
Or just
You
edit.
got one already, Sheila? Oh, good. So, first sign in, put my name.
Well, the first time you gotta go to the red box.
Oh,
To sign up.
okay, Ron. Okay. So a password can be a number or I don't know.
It
Or
must be
Just follow the
at
prompts.
least 8 characters.
number 4. Okay.
So where it says choose your username, guys, that's your email address.
I would have one. We have to BIB.
You don't have to.
Letters, numbers, and periods. Choose your username.
She said make a professional one, so use your name. Sheila, middle initial, last name.
All of them are.
Oh, I already know how. I'm just looking at different ones because when the winter time comes,
Mars, them, they go on to.
Yeah.
but I haven't counted.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
My spelling is so
Very good.
I'm always looking at peeking this.
Do
You
I
have
don't
a
make those
Gmail address?
spaces
You
in
have
between.
Gmail? Okay.
Okay. Now do a password, right? I don't understand. I got a password and I got a username.
yeah, that will be for only this account for your Gmail.
So write down your Gmail address in your books.
Yeah, I did.
My Gmail and my password?
Yes.
My book.
No spaces.
No
Any
spaces.
password?
No spaces in your email address or in your password.
I'm trying to figure out.
Well, the email address asks for first and last name.
That's not your email address. That's yeah, but then here's where you put your email address.
RalphRartel@gmail.com.
Did you? Okay, so you should actually go back to go this way and in Gmail and new to Gmail.
Oh,
You know, it says create an account. That's what you
Right.
okay.
Are you gonna fill out this paper right here, or do we keep this?
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you don't fill out
I have to fill it out, you wanna keep it?
Yeah. Did you do it?
No, I just found it in my phone, I'm gonna fill it out right
Did
now.
anyone do that homework from last week, choosing a job? Because we're going to collect it, so I just want to make sure.
Okay, fill it out right now.
So, mine would be RalphRartel@gmail.com. That would be my email.
Okay, that's your address. What's your password?
Yeah, it says your current email address.
Yes.
Use the one here.
.com. Okay, got it. Gmail.com.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my
And you don't need
email address.
to fill all this stuff out.
Okay. You can have it established already.
You
Okay.
can type it in.
got a lot of them. You got the name.
It keeps
I
sending
have
out.
a lot.
So how do you do that every time I use them?
Yeah, you got to fill out. It say choose.
When I print up here, it
So
prints
that's you're
down
gonna
here.
be
It
No,
passes.
no, because you got to click up here. You have to click it.
I was down here.
No, but
Sit
you
right
have
down there.
no, you have to start up here with your name and your last name first before you give it make a password.
Now what? I do.
You gotta click up here.
And you gotta do this thing here. They
Just
want
sell
you
it.
to-
I just
I'm
want to
subject.
change my
Okay.
They want to be sure it's a person.
That's where you're right.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now put in your password. So write down browncollegian@gmail.com.
And what's that?
Okay,
That's where you're going to
E-M-E-D-I-A-L-J.
create the password. So you're going to create a secret password.
Now, move on.
Really?
I agree.
Okay. So in the beginning of this book, so you come up with a password.
And is this what?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh no.
Resume.
Seven. Yeah.
This says add or change home page.
Don't worry about that.
So just exit out of that.
Just no.
Yeah.
Yeah, just say no.
No, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, what did you say?
Someone already has the user name available. Is
It has
this
to be
one
at least
available?
8 words, letters.
So, okay.
Now, practice. Right now,
Oh, it can be more than that,
It's your
right?
own password. So you create-
I did that already. I have to do it over again?
Yeah, do that. Come on.
Yeah, sure, Joseph. I wrote it down. I'm not gonna remember that.
Sorry, hold on one second.
Okay,
So you're doing your password. Alright, that one's good. And then
Then go
type that
back to
same one again.
password.
And then write it down right here below your.
See, you want a professional name, right?
So that's fine.
The idea is you want a professional name.
But it said,
Go
well,
down.
it told me what's available. So I took
Was it from the password or?
for the username.
Right, you already have one.
So
Now
you
you
want to
have
have
to type
your
those two. I think you didn't type them right last time.
So I have to put space.
So maybe you want
So
to
that
write
should be space consider.
because the idea is so that, they know who you are.
Hold on one second.
If she's doing, I actually know what she's working on.
People
I do too. I know another one too.
Where's you? Do you want to help?
I was trying to understand this one is for my address. What's this one?
That's the date.
This little part.
Oh, that's hers. We'll go. So we're not talking. We're just trying to get everyone's happy. Oh yeah, that's hers.
She called back.
Okay, your date though. And then this is the person you're sending. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, you can go
Okay.
For a code.
go to your email that
Yeah.
you already did.
Takes up to 15 minutes sometimes.
No, that's your phone number.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Well, check your phone if you want.
So you put it on your phone.
You got something? Check yourself.
That's
Just
what
send you a message.
That was the internet. So slow. Numbers are.
Use something with a number
Okay.
and maybe one capital letter and then the rest of
Right,
it.
now push the button.
Let me see.
You give it a second. You gonna check yourself directly or I'm gonna send you a message?
So everyone has a Gmail address now, right, guys?
Oh,
You
not
don't?
yet. Tell me, please.
Okay. So I don't think because that's not professional.
That's what they said to use.
Okay. So let's try Sheila Jones. I'm sure. What's your middle initial?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Sheila. What's your middle name? Do you care if we use that?
So
spelled right?
Yes, Sheila Priscilla Jones.
No, I would capitalize. That's nice. Now you have a nice professional email. What's your password?
50 or 8.
Type it in, whatever.
When it says strong, what does it mean?
What?
When it says strong, is that a good or bad?
Yes, it's a strong password.
Now look what it says. Would you like to follow as your home page? No? Am I supposed to?
Type your password.
Oh, this is what I need. This is what I need.
Guys, you do not have to put your cell phone numbers in. There's a lot of stuff. You only need to put in the information where it starts. You don't have to put your birthday in. You don't have to put your cell phone in.
I need you to sit down and try one day.
So now you have to type in this.
What is that?
Looks like it says
Because what you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you have, right?
I got different old prices.
Got the answers already made?
Okay, good.
No.
Is everyone doing okay?
They make you do another one, they just make me do another one.
No, they don't. You need her? I don't know.
Yeah, but it's good.
No.
So did you write down and now put at gmail.com. And is that your password?
Yes.
Mix.
At Gmail.
Peppermint cinnamon.
Oh, that's all part of my address.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
At gmail.com.
No, I'm gonna
Write this down.
My granddaughter giving me email. And I forget them all the time.
so now
I know when I come tomorrow, I get to watch it.
Okay.
so any computer, all you have to do is go to
So which one we bring to school?
okay,
Go to Google.
and you're able to access it.
Okay. Alright. Then I still won't be able to continue until Friday.
Congratulations.
Right. This computer so old is telling me I can't even play my game. Phone bill, I can't even pay it.
My sister paid it.
No, it's because this computer is so old. So Bree, you play it. I ain't hear
Okay. All right. I'll get there. I am. I'm still playing with it. Don't even have to go ahead. But I didn't have to pull that support. Okay.
Alright, so does everyone have their Google address created?
Yes.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
You're almost there?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Just fill out that one page down to the confirm your password and that's it.
Yeah. But write down your
But this is the regular email account.
Yeah.
This is called the Gmail.
It's a regular email.
Decorated up real pretty.
Alright guys, so now you should have the ability to write something like this. I'm gonna edit this actually.
So that's what I might have to put on my resume. If I'm right?
We
Yeah.
have the ability to do what? Write something like that.
Doesn't mean that I said it right. It'll go right here.
You know, when they having their sales or whenever they having something.
Now we give you what? Give a easy.
So guys, alright, See now how it.
As long as I don't have Google Mama.
Can I get everyone's attention again?
All right.
Okay.
So
That'll work.
Alright. So here are the cover letters, right? Those are the breakdown of the paragraphs. It's in your books. Now this is your cover letter. So I don't care which email address you use, your LRI Academy one, or your Gmail one.
So do put both those.
You can put both, you don't have to. This is just a practice one. So you don't have to put both, but you can. Actually, for this exercise, we're going to have you put both. So you can get used to remembering it, okay?
At lricab.org@gmail.com.
Yeah, so
And Gmail means Google Mail.
yes, so you should all have a Gmail address now, right? Does anyone have any questions about Gmail?
it says on the screen, continue to Gmail. Ignore that. Continue at Gmail.
Yeah, you can say yes.
All right. Hit it.
Yeah.
Click on it.
Yep.
Click on it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, it's at gmail.com. Now it says.
No, just Gmail.
We put, do we put, Liberty or the other one? Oh, there.
Both. Yeah?
The cover letter we have to do that in our email.
What's that?
Put the cover letter in the email.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Could you tell me that?
Whatever you
Put the cover letter in the email. She wants it.
So do you want our cover letter?
So guys, now I'm gonna pull up a job that we're all gonna write a cover letter for. I haven't found it yet, but that's gonna be our next step in this class right now. So we're gonna all write a sample cover letter.
So we need to go to Word.
So you're gonna need to go to Word. Every cover letter, guys, every cover letter that you write,
Go ahead.
hold on.
Oh.
Every cover letter that you write should be written as a Word document. It should not be an email. It should be a Word document, okay? So we're gonna go into Word so that we can set this up. So everyone open Word and type in, obviously you're not Jane Doe. Type in your information up top, just like this says.
You got the template.
It is page 28, I think.
And we should save, right? See, I didn't get one of those.
Okay. We'll borrow it from someone else.
So we should save right down save as, right?
Save as, and you're going to want to save this as your cover letter.
The other one, that's
That's why.
Joyce? Sorry. Marcella, could you share this for a little bit?
You can tell somebody.
She doesn't have a phone. Thank you. What's your name again? Lorraine. I called you every single name. But Lorraine. Alright. So guys, this, remember, is the format that you want to use. Everyone should be typing their information in Word and saving as, save it as cover letter 1 or whatever you want, but in your TNS folder.
And we're to type our name first, right?
I'm trying to get this.
Yep, just like it shows. your name first, and you're gonna want to make your name a little bigger. Say just like it has.
Now I'm gonna, how do I, can I say it?
So we saving it where?
In your TNS1 folder.
Alright.
If you don't, then you want to create one, but I think we all created it for our 30-second commercials. Alright. So,
We put our address, right?
guys, it's in your book. It's just like that.
You do the same thing.
It has your address, it has your name, your address, your phone number, and then your Gmail or your email address.
All right, I apologize.
That's alright.
How would you find a cover letter on the template?
We're not doing templates right now. We're just typing it in.
Just type this line.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about a template.
Okay.
That's a good point. You can use templates
Okay.
to write cover letters. We're not doing that,
Okay.
but you can.
All right.
For my address?
Yes.
That's where your fronts and stuff come in at.
Oh, right. Okay, how do you do that?
That's what I'm doing in the other class.
How I
Oh my goodness, I want to.
what's that? The tab thing? What is that called? What do I want to make the thing, the tab like? The goes. Right here.
Oh, I don't know. I have to sit there and see
Oh,
it.
I'm looking for like, see where Jane Doe is. It's like it's in the middle.
Tab.
Program.
What's today's date?
Yes, today's date.
Who you send the cover letters to? We're applying for that.
So I'm gonna send you guys a link. Here is a job that I want everyone to apply to. It's probably not all, it's probably not something you all want to apply to, but this is what we're gonna write the cover letter for. Now there is no name on this page, right? So you're gonna have to be a detective and see if you can find a name by Googling the name of the company, right? So I am sending it out to you guys right now.
Why we gotta apply for me?
Because I said so.
Good answer.
You said we don't have to put our phone numbers though, right?
Yeah, you have to have your phone number. Yeah, it has your phone number.
They ain't supposed to be sitting there. It's supposed to be right in. Yes. She has her 7.
That's how she wanted to send it. She said
Yeah.
she wanted to send it.
I like it centered.
Yeah, she said she wanted to send it.
I want your name centered. So see how I'm highlighted?
So we gotta put our name twice.
No. So
How do you
this.
move it over? How do you get to?
Alright guys, so this information, the highlighted information right now, can everyone look up here for a sec? The highlighted information in black is you. You are Jane Doe. This information, Veronica Smith, this is the name of the person who works at the company you're applying to.
Okay, so that will
So we
be
gotta
the
put-
job you send us.
That's-
the information, the address.
Yeah, so everyone, each of you are Jane Doe, except for you should put your own information in there.
Okay, I got it.
Okay?
Alright.
I want your information
Highlighted and center.
centered. Your information should be
The
centered.
center is right here. Look.
Where?
This looks good.
I need someone with it.
Okay, so use this as a great, but I would, but just here, we're centering it and putting our email.
So use that one? Okay.
But otherwise, that looks really good.
Okay, then. So how I highlight? You know, something like that.
Look. Highlight it like this. Push this box down.
Right. Now I gotta figure out here for you. So you type which one's in it first? and then they
Did
send
Charlie send around the attendance sheet?
it? Okay, type it in center.
Oh,
Okay.
Charlie?
Highlight it and then push center and it'll move to the side.
Okay, all right, thank you. Now, okay, who send this to?
She sent us the link.
Trying to send you the link. Can you guys just tell me your Sheila? Sorry, it's Sheila Souls Jones.
Jones is right.
Alright.
Nice. That's great, guys. So,
Taylor.
Yeah. So we using April date?
She's putting, she needs help here.
yeah, you're using today's date.
Veronica Mickle.
I'm trying to send you the.
The sign?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You should have just print it on and then make copies. We could've,
Well, we're gonna have to do that.
but we're gonna need a copy of that.
Yeah. Veronica Mickle, who's after that?
Joyce Taliaferro.
Who's calling my name?
That's Sabrina Small.
Yeah.
Sabrina Albert.
Yes.
You guys are all sitting.
So, do we write to Miss Dandy?
Alright.
Robin, I don't know her last name.
Robin, what's your last name?
Brown.
Okay, who's next?
Do we write it to
Lorraine,
Miss Dandy?
Jeff Coe.
No, Lorraine, I'm sending you the job description right now. Lorraine, who's next to you?
Oh, what?
Tonya.
Oh, I got you. You know what? Do you think that it's proper to put your phone up, your address on there?
Because all that information is on your resume.
Okay.
Who's the next to Latonia?
Carol Youngs. Oh, no, it's,
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. I just saw it in class today. So, now let's go to,
What?
we gotta go there.
Sorry, guys. It's a hard one.
Stephanie Stewart. And Carol Youngs.
Kia Miller. I don't even see her. Kia, how do you spell your name? Okay.
Okay, where you sending us now?
Stephanie Stewart.
Gotta finish your resume.
Carol Youngs.
Thank you.
We gotta finish the cover letter today.
Alright, give me 6 minutes.
The 30th.
She sent it to me already.
That's because I haven't sent it yet. My computer's right up here.
I'm over here looking.
So it's called TNS1 cover letter assignment. Alright, there is a link to the job that you guys need to write the cover letter for. We're going to spend the next half hour, it's coming from Charlie, we're going to spend the next half hour working on this.
Ta-da!
Okay, but that's not center.
I couldn't find the center, so I tabbed it over. How you know it ain't center?
I can tell.
Now, how do I bring...
I tabbed one time too many. How you know it's not center?
Because centered means like each word is centered, so it's going to be
So it's
individually
in a square
different.
block?
Yeah, it'll...
Alright. Now,
I'll
when
show you.
yeah, I can't find it.
So you're in
I
Word.
went in format, but I couldn't find it.
Really?
I don't know what to look for.
That's where it is.
So, bring it. I'll bring my cursor over here because I want to start my paragraph. I'm going to bring that over here.
Look in format.
All right, thank you.
You have to look in paragraph.
Okay, all right, got it.
Yeah, and then alignment should be centered.
But you have to
But
look
you
in
have to highlight
paragraph.
it.
You have to look in paragraph. Okay.
And then alignment.
Format paragraph.
Format, paragraph, alignment.
Okay.
Did you get it?
Oh, no.
You should. I sent it to everyone.
I'm so good, I have been in trance.
I know. It's like, what are you doing?
Oh, my eyes.
Alright, now, pull up your
Going over
envelope.
this now.
Get your email output in there. Not there. Pull up your output. See the letter from her? No, that's game.
I did. I sent it to everyone. It's from Charlie. It's from Charlie, guys.
Where's the person I want to send it to?
Make sure you put.
You have to figure it out, guys.
All right.
So this is, you're going to have to figure it out.
I don't have it upstairs. Sheila Jones?
Are you sure? I'll support it.
You sending it to yourself? That's what she said.
Sheila Jones, right? I sent it to you.
Once you do a quick save.
I'll do it again. But it doesn't. Did everyone receive the assignment?
I'm getting ready to see now.
I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, I just sent it again, so it should be there. Hit send receipt.
Ask Charlie if that came up.
Okay.
Maybe don't have any lines. Did we have to put it on?
You know what?
I can't print this.
Why not?
You came up
You
down
have
there.
a lot of problems. You have it sorted by. You don't have it sorted by name. That's what I thought you
She was, I thought.
You put one of them out for me.
did. Now
Mine's
it
won't
is.
print.
So now you
Okay.
have Charlie's like here. See, there's two. Yeah, I don't know why it wasn't sorted. It's sorted by like subject. So you always want to click on.
They don't have. I wonder if they don't have a person's name.
Guys, there is not a person on the assignment that I emailed to. You have to go on and see if you can't find a person to address the letter to. So what do? You
Go Google.
Google the company.
and then look for a person that works in that company, anybody.
Yeah. Ideally, you want the human resources director or someone in human resources.
So minimize what I got now,
I just printed
and go on Google, put in the company's name by quotes,
Yes.
and put the company name, the transport, and then put human resources or. All right, let me try.
No, that was mine. I already did it.
Just see it, just sent it.
It's cool. It's alright. I don't want me to print it for you.
Just wait, I'll do it.
I just printed my own out. Alright. Just printed that again. Mine said printed and it came out. Then they pop up at the bottom of your thing because yours didn't print.
There you go.
Okay. So see, that's why I printed mine because I printed mine bigger. I can't see. I don't have my glasses. I don't have my glasses. But I'll wait till I get home. Thank you though.
Sure, and this is
I don't have a problem with printing it out.
Oh, because I
At all.
don't bigger.
Well, let me see how you make it bigger, because I think I can just see the text anyway.
Yeah, it's just short. Oh, that is really small.
You said it's on the text.
Text. Right. At the bottom, like this. Right here. Look, right here.
What's wrong?
I found the company, I don't see a name, so.
Are you doing a Google search?
Yep.
So you want to look through it and find a name.
What is this?
You don't even want to talk.
Do your best to find a name. Ooh,
That should be in your
yeah.
Dropbox. What is this to them?
We're gonna do the rest of the class.
Because I don't have my glasses, so I can't really.
Oh, okay.
That's why I asked you when was it due.
Yeah. The end of class, so you can go from here. I would work on it too.
Oh, when I come for study day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it then?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm in there straining and it's
yeah.
killing me.
No, don't do that.
Okay, thank you.
I don't want you to get a headache.
Thank you.
I have no clue what it's all about.
Really? What do you mean? How do you not have a clue where to start? So you have the template, right? You have the breakdown of the 3 paragraphs in your book.
I put fathers, right?
Oh.
So in your book, you're gonna write. So I'm gonna do photos. No, my address.
I did all that.
Okay, you have it set up. So that's good. So now you're gonna write. Now you're gonna go on to Google. And you are going find. So you're gonna type in job score.
Emily, quick question. Is the name of the company Trusted Transport System?
Very good question. Yes,
It is?
it is.
Okay, so I will look that up to find a person's name in
Yeah.
administration. Thank you.
Yeah. It's good she asked that. So you're going to type in the name of the company, Trusted Transport System.
gotta type in job score.
No, you don't type in job score at all. I'm sorry, that's nothing.
Transport,
Trusted transport system.
trusted transport. And just keep minimized as I go back and forth.
And then you're gonna find. Huh. You may not find a. You may not be able to find it. But I want you to look. First, I would concentrate on. Guys, first I would concentrate right now in class on writing your cover letter. Do not worry about the name at this point. Worry about the cover letter. Because in the next half hour, everyone should have a completed cover letter.
So, what am I doing again? Don't need to do this?
This is just a really rough try. So we're just doing our best in the next half hour. Now, you're gonna get contact information, right? And when you Google trusted transport system.
Type this in Google.
So you should type that in Google.
But I'm not gonna find a name.
I wouldn't worry about finding a name at this point. I would just worry about setting it up and then start writing. So your first paragraph, write about yourself. You know, follow that format breakdown. That was here. That was in your book. That's this. First paragraph. Okay.
Because I have an appointment.
Okay, but you need to finish this.
Did the best I could.
Print it out and show it to me. Guys, everyone should be writing the cover letter with these 3 paragraphs in mind. Okay? Yeah? Okay, I'll forward it again. Carol Young, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I sent it to you, but I'll send it again. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, I got it.
Good.
I'm sorry.
Nope.
I'm sorry,
It
Miss
needs to be 3 paragraphs.
Oh, 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I print it in?
You can do it during study. Okay.
And just give it to you?
You need it. Yeah. 3 paragraphs. Everything's in the book on page 28. So take your book home.
I didn't get one. I asked for one before and I give it to me.
I'll print out this sheet for you. And I don't know why they don't have a book for you. I'll tell Charlie. This is the most important. So I'm going to print this page out for you. Okay.
I don't know how to start this. I'm covered that.
What order are we in? 1 and 2.
Just help you out. This place is stuff in there.
So this needs to be 3 paragraphs. This needs to be centered. Okay.
She said, don't worry about
This is your information, but this is the company's information. So not your information.
So we have to find a company inside that job search?
Yeah.
Any company?
No, it has to be the one that I sent to.
I don't know why I did it. So the date is did you put this information? That's why she sent that email. So you gotta make this stuff up. Yeah. Just like make a name. You gotta make up a name. Because I didn't know she wanted to say this. She said don't worry about this one just yet.
Guys, for right now, because I know you're struggling to find a name, all I want you to do, you can make up a name for the, can I have everyone's attention? Make up a name for this company. Make up an address if you can't find the address. The focus is on your 3 paragraphs. I want to make sure that you are able to do this. And you know, for the next 20 minutes, work on this. This is a really rough copy. So we're accepting whatever you have finished in 20 minutes, you know, by the end of class. But I expect everyone to have a good start.
So can we copy the resume? I mean, something that we have in the book, or
Yeah, you can make it a lot like this, except for it needs to be personalized to you. I do not like I am writing in reference to. I think you can come up with a stronger line. But for this exercise, if you write I am writing in reference to, that's fine. I want you to have something by the end of class so I know you're starting to understand this.
So where's the event then? Make up any of them.
yeah,
So where,
yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Thank you. I'm also going to be collecting your choosing a job, which was given out last week for homework.
I feel like I'm missing something. It's like I'm missing something.
You're missing a pair.
Oh, I'm missing the middle
It's
part.
always 3 paragraphs.
Okay.
But this looks really good. You're also missing the date. This looks really good.
So you said always put the date in it on it?
Yeah. And you're also missing. So who's Tanya Jones?
I don't know the name I made up.
Okay. So, but you know the company, right?
Yes, it's the trucking company. Trusted Transportation System. So I have to put that address.
So you always want to put the company. If you can find a name, but otherwise make it up for this. And then if you can find an address, but otherwise make it up.
I seen the address and all that.
You did? Okay. Good. This is a little harder. I'm not sure why. But then, you know, city, state, zip, all that.
I know it's over in New Jersey. They say it's 15 minutes away from Center City.
Okay. So see if you can find an address. That would be bonus points.
And somebody showed me this. I forgot who showed me
that's cool.
how to make it like you actually signed your name.
Yeah.
A student showed me that. I forgot.
You still need 3 paragraphs.
Okay.
So you're missing your middle paragraph. Okay.
Okay.
So just like your 30-second commercial, you know how you talked about all that great experience you have? Where is that?
Oh, okay. I need to put that in the
So
middle.
second should be
My experience.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And maybe I didn't need to go. I'm gonna go over this again.
Oh, okay. Did I write my name on there? Oh, I wrote it at the bottom.
That's fine.
You printed, you want to print out the paper?
I printed this.
All right, thank you.
Guys, I'm sorry. I think we're having a little trouble with this, but I want to go over again. So your first paragraph should be your introductory paragraph. That's where you're going to say, without question, that's where you're going to say the name of the job you're applying to. Okay? The name, and oftentimes, guys, they're going to have numbers associated with the job. So the first paragraph I want is your introduction. Okay? This is where you're, just like your 30-second commercial where you say your name and who you are. Your first paragraph is your introduction and where you're going to say what you're applying to. Sabrina? Yes. The other Sabrina. So this is where you're going to say what you're applying to. If there is a number, if there is a job number, you need to put that in parentheses, okay? Your second paragraph. This is going to be your details. This is going to be like the meat of your 30-second commercial, right? This is going to be details that relate to the job as much as possible. So details from your past, like from your experience that relate to the job. Or highlights. I mean, this should be, you know, if you have worked in a big company, you want to mention that. Because those are the details. This is the meat of your cover letter. Introduction, meat, and then just like the sandwich technique, we have the third paragraph, and what's that? The end, or the conclusion, right? So the conclusion, it should be really simple. Just, you know, because this isn't the perfect job for everyone, I want everyone to get a rough draft. Does anyone have any questions?
So basically, like our commercial, we did that format and break that out.
Yeah. So it's centered just like the slideshow and the example in your book. Right here, guys, centered is going to be your information. So you're all Jane Doe. Centered is where you put your contact information. Veronica Smith is the person who works at the company. Okay? Then you have the date and the 3 paragraphs.
Okay, so the date belongs on the other side.
The date can go on either side.
Okay.
I wouldn't too worry about it. Yeah.
I have it like kind of like right under. I kind of put everything should have left.
The other thing I wanted. Okay, that's good.
On Facebook page, right?
It's like, where's...
I know you just...
So the other thing...
Got everybody's attention.
We need, guys, we need to have proper formatting. So what does proper formatting mean?
Using your fronts. Using your fronts. And the fonts. And in the middle, when you see the little paragraphs, and using your paragraph, because that's how you also align everything up.
Okay.
To be in order.
So,
Right angle, left angle, and center.
Yes.
so 12 points is the minimum font that a cover letter should be written in. I typically recommend 12-point Times New Roman because that's the most used font, okay?
214.
You can't even see this, but
And we can go up to 14, correct?
you can. If you're having trouble seeing it, you can go up to 14. The other thing for spacing, guys, spacing like this, it's single space, but then you're gonna want to have 2 spaces between the contact information of you and the contact information of the place you're applying. You're going to want to have 4 spaces between the contact information. Is everyone listening? You're going to want to have 4 spaces between the company's contact information and your dear line. Okay?
Okay, Chris. Okay. I did 2 spaces and then put the date and then just 2 more
That's too
spaces.
cluttered up.
Okay. If you have the date on the right hand side,
Then it'll be 4 spaces. So I can't.
yeah,
I think this is wrong. That's what she's trying to say.
yeah, it's too close.
This shouldn't even start right down here somewhere.
So put the date over
it over
I would
here.
put it over there
Yup.
because it'll make it
Drag.
a little. Just hit right on.
Oh, yeah, right.
Right, right.
Right.
Yeah. But then you probably want one more line between dear. Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
So that would be better. Alright. And then 2 spaces before we start the actual writing of the cover letter, right? We'll do 2 more spaces.
Just one space.
1 space.
So you're gonna have an extra line. So I guess 2.
Okay.
But yeah, then you're gonna start your. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. Exactly. Start with dear. Or maybe you want to just start with I write in reference to your welcome for this. Okay. Yep. Oh. You want to make sure
How would I find out?
This wasn't text or email.
I guess. When they do
Oh my God, no, never mind.
Okay, well, I got that one.
Yeah,
So then you're good. Man, I'm gonna
Most of the day too.
somebody else.
Thank you.
Everyone remember when you write dear the person's name, you need a comma. Or a colon, but we're gonna do the comma. Comma indicates a closer friendship, whereas colon's more of a professional relationship. Alright. You're right, sir.
Okay, I'm on a roll.
Oh, I know. Just to make sure you save
I
this.
saved it.
And what? Okay, hold on.
Emily, you want us to email this to you?
Yeah.
Emily, I had to see Janice, I just came back.
Okay. So everyone, by 12:30, I want you to email me and Charlie what you have. We are also collecting your homework.
Oh, my homework.
What's that? That job search packet.
I didn't complete it all.
Yeah, sure. This is the homework, guys.
I bring it to Charlie on Thursday.
See you by tomorrow.
Okay.
See you. Right.
Tomorrow is a study day.
That's it.
That's the picture right there.
You have to go one of the days. Yeah, I would put it. Or, I was thinking. Yeah. No, this pay attention to what I'm about to say. So guys, in your introduction,
You still, even though it's incomplete, you still want us to email it to you?
yeah. In your introduction, your first paragraph, you want to say something about the company here. I wouldn't worry too much about this exercise, but typically you want to say something about the company because that's going to make it a better cover letter. You know how like whenever you meet someone or you're trying to befriend someone, you're schmoozing them, right? And what do you do to say that? You say, oh, I really like your shirt or something. You know, you try and compliment them. So that's kind of like this. You want to mention something about the company up here
In the first paragraph.
in the first paragraph to show them that you know what their company does or, you know, is. You want to say something about the company there. And that's why I've said earlier in class that it's hard to write a cover letter, a good cover letter in half an hour.
Just zip something else in here, the first paragraph.
And then you want to do this, the second paragraph should really be your 30-second commercial.
See, and I put mine in the first.
And then is your conclusion.
So I want to take that out.
Copy and paste. Head down to your second, make that your second paragraph and start off.
It's the 30th, correct, Ms. Joyce?
Or, yeah, I mean, this is good. Maybe you just want to go into more detail about your job. You know, in your second paragraph.
Okay.
Your second paragraph, guys, is details.
Details.
Right here. See how I say details from your experience?
Okay.
Details that relate to the job you're applying to.
The first is what you're applying for, and then details.
Exactly.
Mine's gonna be nice.
So this is your homework for next class to work on this. Yeah.
I'm gonna finish mine
Before I type it,
I gotta get ready.
I'm gonna write it out
Give me
like
what?
1,000 times before I actually
So guys, yeah, your cover letter is due next class. So I want you to, if you can, email me what you have right now just so I know. But then it's due in a more finalized version by next class.
So tomorrow is okay, so I'll come in and do it anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then send it.
Anyone who has their choosing a job exercise from last class that was homework, please turn it in.
As well.
What's that?
Send Charlie one out.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Joyce. Did I miss anyone else's choosing a job?
I haven't sent it in.
Yes, fine.
So tomorrow.
I didn't totally finish mine.
Okay.
Can I do it tomorrow or,
Yeah.
I mean, I almost finished it, but stuck on some things.
Okay, that's fine. You can just finish it tomorrow and give it to me or Charlie.
Emily, did you receive mine?
Now, did you send it?
Yes.
I did not see it yet.
I would love to stay in chat, but I have to get ready to go straight.
I'm sure it's here though.
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay. Give me a nice salad.
Hey, how are you?
Fine.
I want to talk to you, but I have someone else coming,
Okay.
so I can't really talk right now.
Yeah, I just want to.
How'd it go?
You making my nerves hang.
Yeah?
It was surprisingly far more simple than I thought it would be.
It's totally simple. You're very overqualified. Yeah.
Coming out?
My biggest concern. Oh, crap, I have to change the schedule to come here for the next 2 days.
Now, how? What?
Chris said he understands that switching transportation on short notice.
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
I can't see behind.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Are you? So you like it?
Well,
I think it's really good.
like, not sure, but I need the money.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what we were thinking.
Do me a favor and please keep in touch.
Oh, yeah.
Any other things come up,
You're the first one in line.
especially if they can use my translation services.
Oh, I know. Absolutely. Yep, you're good.
So, do I have any classes to make up?
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Okay, I'll call you about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later, but I'm glad. So you're able to get there tomorrow?
With some assistance from Chris. Because I
Okay.
couldn't switch my ride.
Okay.
Because I didn't know.
Yeah.
But for Thursday and Friday,
You got it?
I should be good.
Nice. This is huge, John. Good. And you're able to find a cab and all that?
Chris set it up.
Good.
And from now on, I'll just use CCT from.
Oh, that would be perfect.